2 minutes to the select board. That's J.R. McCourt. He's the chair. He has taken out papers to run for reelection, which I believe is a good thing. He's a great guy, and I think he's done a great job so far. He's steadied the ship. Hello, UK. Yes, the screen is blank until exactly 7 o'clock. They will put the cable on right at 7 o'clock or any second now. Chris was at a board meeting last night, so chances are he might make it tonight.
Thank you,
Here we
sir.
go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Select Board meeting of Tuesday, January 6, 2026. We're returning from executive session, the time being 7 o'clock. We are at the Memorial Hall, 801 Washington Street, Canton, Mass, in the Salem meeting room. Just to note that tonight's meeting is being recorded by Canton Community Television, and it can be viewed at later dates.
Looks like Chris isn't there.
The first on the agenda is public comment. And before we do that, I have to read our public comment statement. Public comment of the meeting is an opportunity to listen to residents' feedback and concerns. However, it is not meant to be a question and answer format. There'll be no response to any public comment when presented. The public comment portion of the meeting is limited to
There he
15
is.
minutes total and up to 3 minutes per speaker. Those that wish to speak should stand at the microphone and wait to be recognized by the chair. Please state your name and the town you live in. Your address is not required. I would ask all members of the audience be respectful of each speaker as well as each other. Anyone that does not wish to speak or is unable to due to the time limit may submit their comments in writing for the board's review and consideration. That being said, we can start public comment.
You hear me? Yeah. Okay. Brenda Sweeney, Canton, my opinion. Canton's had a great deal of trauma in the last few years. Walk a mile in our shoes to understand why we wanted an outside chief. We begged for help, for crisis management. Our board's response, suspend public comment until the ACLU stepped in. The board's hot mic moment, calling us random effing citizens. They fixed that mistake by taking off their mics. We petitioned for a police audit and the lawfare started. People asking for accountability got served a summons. Our chief used her power to shut people up. They said, you're either with us or you're against us. Signs went up all over town. Support the police, vote no. It was intimidating for yes voters since they designed it to actually see which way we voted. You're either with us or you're against us. When it passed, lawfare intensified. Summonses to court for ducks, the belly bump, trespassing, intimidation at its finest. All along, Canton residents, our very own neighbors for decades, started attacking us. Some got threatening letters. Others got toxic chemicals in our yard, spitting on our lawn, drive-bys. Your wife says, see you next Tuesday. Get the F out of Canton. The responding officer told us to stay away from the attacker, kind of backwards. Taking pictures of visitors' cars in our driveway. When confronted, that little helper's response was, I'm sorry, but she's been my best friend since the 2nd grade. She knows the truth, yet she's willing to condemn Karen to prison for life because she's been best friends with someone else since the 2nd grade. What a disgrace. So we voted for a new board, voted for a new chief. We voted to survive the next mile. Now walk a mile in Canton PD's shoes. As we saw in the Sally Port, Berkowitz and Rafferty's leadership was a toxic culture of power and control at any cost. The entire department was painted with a broad brush because of the unscrupulous actions of some of its command staff. Guilt by association was unfair. The actions of some shouldn't have faulted them all. They have an incredible opportunity to restore the reputation of their department while the whole world watches. I hope they take that to heart and make it happen. As for our attackers, we're willing to work toward helping Canton heal, but if best friends with someone else since the 2nd grade is your moral compass for excusing, allowing, even helping murderers, then you're the ones tainting Canton now. We'll be back because murderers are still here. I hope the citizens of Canton do the right thing and 2026 is truly a new year and a better, safer place for all. We're grateful to this board for giving us hope that that's possible. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Peter Murphy, Marshfield, Mass. My theme tonight is lots more to fix in 2026. Good evening, Honorable Select Board, Town Administrator Duty. In my opinion, I stand here before you this evening sensing vast improvements are being made for a still very fractured and divided community. We, the boots on the ground, have brought attention to a good old boy Select Board in recent elections. By supporting 2 solid candidates, we showed 2 of the good old boys the door. Several solid, soon-to-be-announced Select Board candidates will likely show at least 1 more of the current sitting members for re-election the same exit door. See you, Mr. Albert. I reiterate again my congratulations to the Select Board for selecting Interim Chief Perkins in July to rescue CPD from itself and to rein in a few possible rogue officers, as now ongoing suspensions have confirmed, in conjunction with the former chief's departure. Many of the younger cops certainly did not sign up for nor deserve the cloud of distrust, the stigma, and the embarrassment they have endured since 2018, which was the Craig Casey body on the lawn unfound by the responding officers. The suspicious death of Craig Casey in 2018 and the murders of Sandra Birchmore, her child, and BPO, Boston Police Officer O'Keefe, continue to haunt the Select Board, CPD, Mass State Police, and DA's office to this day. And tragically, it also haunts you and your community. However, I anticipate great accomplishments and successes from your soon-to-be-confirmed Chief Michael Daniels, and I compliment the board for its foresight and willingness to hire from outside. I see Chief Daniels as a fair but no-nonsense leader, replacing the CPD country club culture with a much-needed regimented, paramilitary, structured organization, as well as being a respected mentor and a fixer. I submit if many of those last meeting now infamously quoted 114 SOPs and protocols had been committed to memory back on 1/29/22, Karen Reed would never have been charged, nor would she have been framed. So in closing, truth and justice for Craig Casey, Sandra, and Officer O'Keefe, and the removal of Morrissey from office, hopefully for Adam Deitch. We got this, and you got this as a board, as well as Chief Michaels and the feds have this. Karen Reed did not kill Officer O'Keefe, nor was he struck by a vehicle. God bless the men and women that seek to serve and protect Canton now and protect the weak from the strong 24/7, while third-party culprits still roam free. Welcome in 2026, the year of the fix. Happy and healthy, safe new year to all. We ain't got no quit. Canton strong. Thank you.
Seeing we have no speakers left, we'll close the public comment.
All right.
Mr. Albert.
First up on the agenda tonight, public hearing regarding the application for a new Section 12 all liquor license and a common victualer's license for Can Bob Con Inc., DBA Conrad's Restaurant, excuse me, 95 Washington Street, Suite 5, Canton, Mass. 02021. Town of Canton legal notice, public hearing. Notice is hereby given under Chapter 138 of Mass General Laws as amended that the Canton Select Board, acting as a licensing agent for the town of Canton, will hold a public hearing regarding the application for a new Section 12 all liquor license and common victualer's license for Can Bob Con Inc., DBA Conrad's Restaurant, 95 Washington Street, Suite 5, Canton, Mass. 02021. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, January 6, 2026, on or after 7 p.m. in the Sala Meeting Room, second floor, Memorial Hall, 801 Washington Street, Canton, Mass. Christopher M. Albert, Clerk, Canton Select Board. I move that the board open the public hearing.
Second.
Motion made in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well.
Bet you
4-0.
Chris is gonna love this place.
Public is open. Could
Are you
come right up
Conrad?
to the table,
Come right up.
please.
I didn't know when I was supposed to come up, so I would have came up earlier. Hello,
Good evening, sir.
how you doing?
Very good. Yourself?
Good, thanks.
So we're moving to town.
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Where's your, just want to talk about the business, your location?
Sure. I'm Bobby Conrad, owner of Conrad's Restaurant, not the brightest guy, Conrad, last name. Ken Bob Con, Canton Bob Con, so that's how we kind of go with it. But we've been in business since 1990, 30-something years here, 35 years between all locations. We have one in Norwood, Walpole, Foxborough, recently in Needham, another old Bertucci's, and we do a couple golf courses that we have to provide the food and beverage for. One in Canton, actually, Wampatuck Country Club, great course, also a member, and Norfolk Golf Club. So we're casual dining. We're not a pub barish type thing. We're more families, couples, just casual dining. We have a little bit for everybody.
Swingers.
We have function halls in all our restaurants, 50, anywhere from 55 to 85. I think our biggest is 100. So we do a lot of bridal showers, bereavements, wedding rehearsals. We're definitely not a drinking establishment. We're more restaurant first. All our restaurants are over 70% food, less than 30% alcohol. That doesn't mean we don't serve a lot of alcohol. It's just more that we do more food. We're known for that. Steak tips, a big thing. A lot of pizza, calzones, seafoods. We do a little bit of everything. And we employ between 35 to 55 employees at each establishment. We have a general manager at each establishment, assistant general manager, and 2 managers. So we always have a manager on staff at all times. 90%, if not 100% of all our employees, when they come through the door, tip certified. We've been doing it for a while, so hopefully we can be in Canton and enjoy. We love being part of the community, so that's our big thing is being involved, and we always try to give back to the community. So that's one of our big things that we like to do. So we'll definitely be involved in the community. We're not, even though I have multiple locations, I'm not the type to just, we're not a corporate type thing, even though it might look like that now that we have a few, but we're definitely involved in each community that we have business in.
That's great. And you're going into the Bertucci's, right?
Yeah, no, the Bertucci's. Yeah.
And when do you anticipate opening?
Probably, sometimes as things change, right? So hopefully end of March, early April, hopefully.
Excellent. Yeah. All the paperwork, everything in order, Charlie?
Everything's in order.
Any
do have-
discussion or comments from the board?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We could use another restaurant.
Just
in
in
town.
Norwood on Sunday.
I was in Norwood on Saturday.
Yeah.
Really? That's funny. Well, I appreciate the business.
Yep. Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to the
Mr.
steak.
Albert, we'll take
All
a
right.
motion.
I move that the board close the public hearing.
Motion made.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well.
I move that the board approve the application for a Section 12 all alcohol liquor license and a common victualer's license for Can Bob Con Inc., DBA Conrad's Restaurant, 95 Washington, Suite 5, Canton, Mass. 02021.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0. Welcome to Canton.
I
Congratulations.
appreciate
luck.
it. I mean, thank
Do you
you.
want me
Thank
to
you
take
very
those?
much.
Are you going to turn those into Jen?
Yeah.
I'll
okay.
take it.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great night. I appreciate it.
You got it. Mr. Chair?
Mr.
Did you just want to mention, I don't know if you mentioned before, Ms. Boyden, family commitment, couldn't attend tonight?
I didn't hear you, sorry.
Did you want to just mention?
Family commitment.
Family
She's
commitment.
not here. Trish Boyd.
Oh, yes. My apologies. Select person Trish Boyden is absent. She's out of state today. Thank you, Charlie.
All right. Next up, Paul Revere Museum of Discovery and Innovation Update. John Morton is here to discuss.
Good evening, Chair and Select Board
Good evening,
members.
sir.
Oh, I'm right there.
Yeah.
I don't even need my computer.
You do not.
All set.
We're a full-service board.
I know, this is great. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to update you all on the situation. We've just opened the museum for the first time last Friday. We had a very successful 2 open houses during the school vacation week, last Sunday, the 28th, and Tuesday, the 30th. We saw a lot of people then, and then we opened up for our normal hours and admission on Friday. So I just wanted to kind of run down the way it's going to work. We're going to be open for the winter, Thursdays and Fridays from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're trying to kind of time it out, especially on the weekends with brunch at Northern Spy. Hope that people will go to both places. We're hoping to expand the hours in May or June as weather gets warmer and kids start getting close to getting out of school. And we'll hopefully have more vacation hours during February break, April break, times like that. For those of you who haven't been down, we have 3 floors of exhibits in the Yellow Barn, and then we have another exhibit about the American Revolution that is in Copper Mill Hall above Northern Spy. The Copper Mill Hall exhibit is always free. Whenever the restaurant's open, anyone can go up and take a look at it. We also have just installed last Friday Canton's first fire engine, the Hunneman hand tub, which was transported back from the conservator in Pennsylvania and brought in by the fire department on a flatbed, and we somehow managed to get it to the 2nd floor of the mill building, which was a rather tricky endeavor, but we did succeed in doing that. So it's our prized possession at the end of Copper Mill Hall now. Over in the barn, the 1st floor is all about Revere and how he chose to come to Canton and build his copper rolling mill. We have a Revere bell made in the Revere Boston Bell Foundry. I can ring it with a hammer when people request. We have a little film that runs on a loop. We have a timeline of Canton history. Then the 2nd and 3rd floors, we have a lot of interactive games and design challenges that are designed for kids, but really anybody can do it. A lot of building tools, low-tech building, high-tech building, all kinds of interesting exhibits. So 4 stories. We are charging $12 for adults, $10 for seniors, $8 for children. Under 5 is free. Teachers are free. We are charging $6 a piece for Canton residents on Thursdays. So if you come in and you show your address, you can get in for $6, half of the adult price on Thursdays. We are aiming to have a healthy library pass program, half price passes like the Easton Children's Museum and other museums do. There'll be 1 pass per day to check out of the library. I need to get back on that. I put that on hold while we were waiting to actually open the museum. So, but I've had, verbal confirmation from the Canton Library, the Sharon Library, the Stoughton Library, Randolph Library, and the Boston Public Library that we can get those passes in there. And so that'll be half price. And we have memberships. So basic family membership is $100. That provides free admission for a year for 2 adults and 2 children and a 10% discount in the gift shop. An extended family membership, you can add to the number of kids you can bring. And we'll also give you some free guest passes to distribute to your family and friends. We're also offering membership in the North American Reciprocal Museum Association. So lots of museums all around the country have this. If you have a membership at one, you can get into the to the other ones as well. We're offering that if you get the extended family membership or the associate membership, which is $250, or the contributor membership, which is $500. So yeah, if you go ahead, and we'll have brochures on it down there, but if you check a map, there's all kinds of museums all across the country that are a part of this organization. And I have a little image of the library pass that we are printing out and that we'll be distributing to the libraries for them to check out to visitors. We also have a gift shop. The gift shop is a work in progress. We need a lockable case. Right now, we just sort of have things out. But we have a lot of objects made by local craftspeople, people who have sold things at the Heritage Festival in the past, scented candles, room sprays, jewelry, copper jewelry. We have little welcome to Canton signs that we have t-shirts, all sorts of things. So there are some kind of local special Canton-made objects that you won't be able to buy anywhere else, but we have them in our gift shop, some books. We have 4 new employees working part-time. Anytime people visit, there should be myself, a couple of employees working. We are beginning to get some volunteers. We're aiming to have 2 employees and a volunteer in the museum at all times, but the volunteers are a little bit more challenging to schedule than the regular employees. But we're working on that. Yeah, that's where we stand. And I don't know if anyone has any questions, but
Just,
yeah.
Congratulations. I'm glad we're up and running. On the membership, so you obtain those online or you obtain them at the museum?
Either one.
Either one?
You can buy them online. You can also buy them at the museum. We are going to have actual cards. We'll print out a little label and put the label on the card.
Yeah.
Right now we have temporary membership cards where, we just fill out a membership application form and we rip off the bottom part. But within a few weeks, we'll have actual cards to hand out for people to keep in their wallets. And we have you in the system. If you buy a membership online, we'll just deliver the card to you the first time you come into the museum. And we have everybody in a database who has a
Excellent.
membership.
Any questions, comments from the board?
Just a comment, Mr. Chair. Congratulations. I'm so happy that you're here. Your enthusiasm for this museum is it's noticeable, and I'm just glad that you're here helping us kick this off. So thank you very much.
Thanks. It is an interesting and very complicated job, but it is also a lot of fun. Doesn't get boring. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. I mean, granted, this is only your first time talking about it, so next year maybe it's you're not as happy, but
I'm sure I'll still be very enthusiastic about it.
Just a little
These exhi-
tidbit
these
for all you
exhibits gonna be
Chronicle.
changing over.
all you
periods of time,
Cronks.
right?
Yeah,
Still
so
watching.
well, for one thing, the exhibit in Copper Mill Hall is in honor of the 250th, the demi-sesquicentennial or semi-sesquicentennial. So that will definitely be up all of 2026. And we've got agreement there's a Mass 251st webpage, which didn't have us on the list, but should have. So we'll be on that list as the first copper rolling mill in America. There's a Mass Innovation Trail, which also will have us on the list. So we're trying to make sure that we are tapped into all of the Mass 250 celebrations. Also, Northern Spy is going to be doing some things for the 250th, so we'll be working with them as well. And then after the 250th, after this year is over, that exhibit is designed. We have rolling platforms. We can take it all down and create an entirely new exhibit. up in Northern Spy. So we will decide what makes sense for kind of rotating exhibits up there. In terms of the museum proper, we'll probably have the same exhibits for a little while, but we can go to our designers and say, we'd like, this game is getting a little old. Maybe you could design us a different one, and in another year or so, I'm sure they can change up some of the videos, change up some of the games.
Very good.
Yes, and we're going to be
Excellent. Thank
interviewing
you very
and
much.
having a
Appreciate it.
tour
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
on the Chronicle.
All right, next up is the annual town meeting list of articles discussions. Mr. Chair, you gonna-
Yeah, this is a list that was attached to the agenda of all the articles for the annual town meeting coming up in, what's the date of that? Do you have the date of the annual?
On town meeting,
May 9th, May 12th,
May 9th, is it?
something like that.
second Monday in May.
May 9th, which have been brought forward to the board. And I think we will be accepting this list, but we'll be discussing and voting on at a further date. So with that, do we have to defer all this to the planning board? or
No, I
just-
think what we'll do, what we agreed to do, I think, is vote to make a motion to include the listed articles on the 2026 warrant
Okay,
pending town council's review. And
Okay.
then what will happen is, if there are any of these articles that you want to discuss further, we'll put it on the next agenda.
we're going to vote the whole list.
Yeah, you can vote the whole list
We're going
because,
to vote the whole list because we're going to be able to discuss them
yeah.
and deal with it later.
And if,
So
then
we're
if
gonna
you
go-
want, if you want to remove something, you
No,
can
we
always
don't
remove
want to do
something.
that at this time.
Yeah, so I think probably, vote the whole list through so that Jen Chameleon and town council get to work on crafting the articles.
Okay,
And then if there are any articles that you want to discuss further, if you just let me know sometime between now and the next meeting, we
Yep.
can put that on the agenda.
okay.
All right.
So I'd accept a motion to accept the list of articles presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made in second, all in favor?
Aye.
I chair as well, 4-0.
All right, next I move that the board refer zoning articles to the planning board for annual town meeting.
Second.
Motion made in second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board approve the personal action form for firefighter Matthew Pigeon.
Second.
Motion made in second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Okay, next up is to consider the approval of memorandum of agreement for AFSMI union.
Second.
Mr. Duty,
Sure.
speak on that?
Absolutely. Mr. Scollins is here as well, part of the negotiating team with myself and HR Director Jody Middleton.
I can tell you, Charlie,
Assistant
Judy
Chameleon.
does not know
As
what
you
a
know,
space
we
is.
have, we've had long negotiations with AFSMI, going back close to a year, and we have reached an agreement, thankfully. And AFSMI recently took their vote and supported the agreement. And so now before you tonight is that agreement that we would like you to vote to support as well, so that we can get it signed and sealed. And the new agreement in place is a 3-year agreement. It goes back to July 1, 2025, because it took a year to get it settled. So the AFSCME members will get some retro pay going back to that time period, and then there'll be 2 more years before we look at doing another one.
Start the cycle,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
A motion was made,
Second.
second. Any more discussion? Good work for all the work that the team did to negotiate that.
And also,
Seeing,
I would also just like to extend thanks to the AFSCME folks,
the work,
President Tim Stock and their regional representative,
excellent,
because they worked just as hard as we did, and they had a compromise, as did we. So it was a
perfect.
group effort.
Seeing no more, all in favor?
Aye.
I chair as well, 4-0. Oh.
Mr. Chair, sorry, I'm going to recuse myself because my brother Brian Lochran is a member
Okay,
of this union,
so
so
Let's do
so
that
it's
again.
just a 3-0 vote.
Okay, 3-0. Mr. Laughlin recused.
All right, next up, to consider the approval of the amendment of the Northern Spy lease agreement. I think this is going to go back to you, Mr. Duty.
Indeed it is. The Northern Spy Restaurant approached the town recently to discuss amending their current lease agreement. And the rationale was that the heating and cooling costs of the rolling mill are exorbitant. And the town does utilize the second floor of the restaurant, as we just heard Mr. Morton describe. There's quite a bit of display up there, and that frankly is where a lot of the heat and cooling is lost. So we did not offer any rent relief, but we did settle on absorbing 50% of the gas and electric costs for that building. Northern Spy will continue to pay 100% of all other costs, the water, sewer, cable, all those things. But we felt like because the town does use that second floor, we were obligated to absorb some of those costs. So with that, we agreed to do that. Northern Spy was in agreement with that. So we would like the board to approve the amendment to the lease agreement.
I'll take a motion.
I move that, so moved.
Oh, no, wait a
May I
second.
ask a question, Mr.
There was
Chair?
you didn't make the motion. You just said the
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah.
So we need the motion,
All right.
the board to amend.
I
Wait
did
a
have a
second.
question, Mr.
Let's
Chair.
do this again.
Make the motion, we'll
right.
second it, and
All
then it'll be further
Yes.
discussion.
All right.
Got it.
I move that the board approve the amendment to the Northern Spy lease agreement as presented.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any discussion?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Sue.
Charlie, also this, looks like you're removing the event space fees. Can you talk about that, please?
Yeah, sure. So that was the other kind of minor adjustment we made to it. The original lease agreement had Northern Spy having to rent their own patio space to the town. So for example, if they wanted to use the patio on the side of the building, they would have to pay the town $1,000 to use that space. I'm sure when they originally designed this agreement, they felt like it was going to be very busy and maybe, benefit the town, but it wound up being a detriment. Northern Spy, there's no incentive for them to utilize that space. And if they do utilize that space, from a business point of view, it's harming their business because they're making less money with that fee. So, we realize the importance that Northern Spy has for the operations of the museum, because if folks don't know, the rent that Northern Spy pays goes into a fund that funds the new museum. So, it's in our best interest to make sure Northern Spy is successful for a long period of time. So we felt like making that minor change would offer some additional assistance for them to be profitable.
Thank you.
Mr.
Mr.
Walker.
Chair, through you. So I understand that the heat, the cooling all goes upstairs, but are we putting in, so isn't that going to eliminate that?
We don't know. But, that project is intended to mitigate the loss of heat and cooling, but we have no idea how successful that actually is going to be.
So does it make sense to hold off until we get a sense, or?
I don't think so. I don't think for the good of the business we want to do that. It is more than just the upstairs. After all, it is a very old rolling mill.
Yep.
That's made of brick. So the building in its entirety is not terribly energy efficient.
Yep.
So even with the improvements to the second floor, I'm not sure how much that'll mitigate the cost to warm and cool that building.
Do we have an idea on what the costs are that
We do. So Finance
Mr.
Director Scollins.
Please.
Yeah, why don't you come up? We met with representatives from Northern Spy who offered their books to the town, which our finance director inspected thoroughly, and he can give you an idea of the costs.
If I could, just to Select Person Laughlin's point. So with that project to enhance how the air flows through the entrance doors, the town would share in the savings that may create as well.
Yep.
So it's in both Northern Spy's and the town's interest to get that work completed so we can reduce it. The bills themselves, I think it's a 50% share. Probably no more than $5,000 a month.
And according to the Northern Spy folks, that would make a dramatic impact on their operations and their revenues.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We want them to be successful. We don't want them to leave.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
They're very financially committed to the business.
Okay, perfect. That's all I have, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Ms. Farrell, you all set? Everybody, no more, okay. All right, motion made and second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Chair as well, 4-0.
All right. Next, I move that the board approve the business structure for the sole proprietorship for Canton Auto Sales.
Second.
Motion made second. Is all the paperwork in order for this, Charlie?
It is.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board approve the application to obtain a special license to serve alcoholic beverages at a one-day event comedy night fundraiser at the Canton Public Library, 786 Washington Street on February 28th, 2026 from 6 to 11 p.m. contingent upon building commissioner, police chief, and fire chief approval.
Motion made
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. So I see Mr. Flynn here. I didn't know if you
Friends
wanted
of the
to.
library here. Do you want to speak on the event?
I mean, it was about to go through. So if it doesn't pass now, it's on you.
Don't say anything detrimental.
I didn't plan to speak, but.
No, I did.
I'd like to be here in case there's a question. Bill Quinn, President of the Friends of the Canton Library. We, over the course of the year, have a variety of fundraisers so that we can meet our obligation to the library of $16,500 in programming funds. And this is one of the things that we've done for several years now. This is the fourth year we've done it. People seem to like it, and we're looking for approval so we can do it again this year.
Sounds great.
That's it.
I
I
have
just-
one question,
Oh.
Mr. Chair.
There we go.
This going to be two shows, I take it?
It is a 7 o'clock show and a 9 o'clock
Got it.
show,
Okay.
which is what we've done, I think, the last 3 years. So we open the doors 45 minutes prior to each show. We have a small availability for alcohol before the show. When the 7 o'clock show is done, we're able to show the first group of people out the junior room. And we actually open the bar upstairs for the 9 o'clock show for a short period of time. And then once we have the 7 o'clock crowd leave, then we bring the 9 o'clock crowd down. And then we do the second show, which is usually a smaller show. People seem to prefer the 7 o'clock show. We always sell out the 7 o'clock show. We would love to sell out the 9 o'clock show. We haven't yet. And then we finish the night.
Thank you.
Very good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Seeing all the discussions over, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Chair as well, 4-0. Good luck.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you. Next, I move that the board accept and authorize the use of the gift in accordance with the terms thereunder Mass General Law 44, subsection 53A, the following donations to the Department of Elder and Human Services. $2,600 from the Canton Association of Businesses and Industries Charitable Fund, Inc. $1,000 from Kathleen Zemanski, the Bernard T. Zemanski Memorial Fund. $5,000 from an anonymous donor. $2,500 from Paul and Linda Sloan.
Is that a motion?
Second.
Second.
Oh.
Sorry.
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board accept and authorize the use of a gift in accordance with the terms thereunder Mass General Law 44, subsection 53A, an anonymous donation to the Canton Fire Department in the amount of $8,650 for the life-saving equipment needs.
Second.
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board accept and authorize the use of the gift in accordance with the terms thereof under Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 53A, an anonymous donation to the Canton Police Department in the amount of $4,400 for e-bikes.
Second.
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board accept and authorize the use of the gift in accordance with the terms thereunder Mass General Law 44, subsection 53A, the grant of $50,000 from Outfront Media for the Shawmut and 95 locations to be deposited to the billboard mitigation account.
Second.
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board approve the livery license for Moy's Livery, subject to any fees owed to the town.
Second.
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board renew the secondhand jewelry and electronic license for precious metals reclaiming services at 253 Revere Street, Unit B, Canton, Mass. 02021.
Second.
Was made second. Charlie, everything's in order for that?
Yes, it is.
Any other discussion?
Mr. Chair, through you, I know Mr. Conley used to always bring this up, that this is not a pawn shop.
Yes.
But every time this came up for renewal, he wanted that known, so carrying on the tradition, I guess.
This is not a pawn shop.
Not a pawn shop.
Thank you, Mr. Laughlin. Any more discussion?
No, sir.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Next, I move that the board approve the request for the use of mitigation for the police IMS for up to $70,000 for the exterior cameras at the police station, data terminals for vehicles, and hands-free communications for motorcycles, for parks and recreation for up to $90,000 for Pequot Upper Field renovation.
Motion made.
So second, Mr. Chair, should we do that as two separate?
I would prefer to do that as two
I'd
separate.
like to do it. Let's do the police first.
Do the police first, yeah.
Let me redo it, or are you just going to take the
Yes,
police for the first?
Consider the request for use of mitigation for police MIS for up to $70,000. So moved.
Second.
Second, all, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you got something to say on the,
Not looking to change the vote, I think just looking for clarification. Greg Murphy, Canton. I believe some of these items are on the capital planning.
Yes, they are.
request. Is that correct?
yes,
So that, does this mean they'll be withdrawn or is it?
yes, that's the intention.
Okay, thank you.
We think that these items should be done sooner than later.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no more discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
I move that the board approve for parks and recreation for up to $90,000 for Pequot Upper Field renovation.
Second.
Second. On discussion of this, I also have discussion. I had talked to Tyler from Parks and Recreation, and the number of $90,000 was for hydro seeding. It wasn't for sod. So I would like to, and I know Mr. Laughlin has a comment on this because he's done a little work on this. I would like to change that sum from 90,000 to up to 120,000 so that sod could be installed, so the fields could be used rather quickly than waiting till the fall season, late fall to start. And there's multiple reasons for that. We are losing fields due to the middle school project. Soccer fields are at a demand, and we have the Canton Youth Soccer. Recreation uses the field. We also have Canton Club Soccer. So those entities are looking for fields, and I think this is it was in thought of it was going to be a new field added to Pequot side. It isn't. We're going to be redoing the upper field to make it much better to play on. I also had meetings in late fall with Tyler with a few groups that were very upset about the condition of the field. There was a lot of bare spots, there were a lot of rocks coming out, so it made it dangerous. So I think this is a great move for us to do now so that we're somewhat prepared for next spring, late next spring. And I'll ask for any other comments.
Yeah, so, Mr. Chair, just to echo that, as you mentioned, soccer is in demand. So similar to a lot of the youth sports, we have more players than we have field availability. And when we lose the middle school for a couple of years while it's being built, we need to still keep these kids playing. So I'm fine with the additional ask for 120,000, for up to 120,000. As I mentioned to Mr. McCourt, I did speak to the middle school construction team about possibly getting some of their dirt to use for fill, and so we just have to figure out how much dirt we'll need. But we might be able to knock that down to significantly, but I'm fine with the up to 120. It has to be sod, not hydroseed. I agree with that. So
Thank you.
Just one question, Mr. Chair, about the timeline for when the work would start on this project.
Excuse me?
What would be the timeline for work to
It's
start?
shovel ready. It's got to go, it can go out to bid immediately. Tyler and the town engineers has put the spec together. So we can get this going pretty immediately. Once this is approved, Tyler will get to go. And as soon as the weather breaks, hopefully we'll start. And I don't see it taking all that long to do, but the sooner we get going, the better off we are. Any more discussion?
So, Mr. Chair, so you made a friendly amendment to that motion to up to 120,000?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll second the friendly amendment.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
Okay, next up is the vendor warrant total for the week of 12/18/2025, $1,232,602.23. The payroll warrant total for the week of 12/18/2025, $1,198.22. The vendor warrant total for the week of 12/24/2025, $3,762,246.02. The payroll warrant total for the week of 12/24/2025, $2,038,668.02. The vendor warrant total for the week of 12/31/2025, $248,257.15. Next, I move that the board approve the cemetery lot perpetual care deeds.
Second?
Motion made second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair as well, 4-0.
All right, Mr. Duty, Town Administrator update. Do you have anything?
Yeah, just
Did
a
I
few
miss
things.
anything? No.
No, you're good. Just a few things. By the way, annual town meeting is May 11th. Should it
May
be
11th.
necessary, May 13th.
Thank you.
Couple of things. Recycle announcement. So residents who are on a Friday Red Week recycling schedule this week will have their recyclables collected on Saturday instead of Friday. Trash will be collected on schedule, but for recycle, you can leave your containers at the curbside for the Saturday morning pickup. Also, residents can download the Recycle Coach app for free to report missing pickups, order replacement carts, and view their collection schedule. I think their Republic has a staffing issue on Friday, so Saturday will be recycled for the Red Week Friday. Two, FY27 operational budget requests have been submitted to Finance Director Scollins. Department heads have submitted their operational budget requests, and we'll begin meeting with myself, Randy, Jen Kamalian, and we're going to review their requests and get them prepared to present to FinCom. So that process will be going on for the next couple of weeks. We are going to begin the new fire chief search. Place one chief, we got to go to another chief. So for those that don't know, Chief Robbery will be retiring in April. So we need to begin a search for a new fire chief. So our team will be beginning the new fire chief search in January. We'll use a similar process that we use with the police chief. We'll engage the services of a consultant and have an assessment center to choose the new fire chief. We have several candidates in-house that are well qualified that will likely participate in that, but we're also going to advertise on the outside. We'll go through that process and eventually bring to the board 2 candidates for you to interview and hopefully appoint one. So that process will start in January, and probably it'll be 3 months to get that done. And then just an update on the new police chief. Chief Daniels has signed his conditional offer of employment, which is great. And our consultant has begun the background check process, which will take a couple of weeks. In addition, Chief Daniels is scheduled for his pre-employment activities, pre-employment physical, pre-employment psychological. All those things will be happening in January. And then while that's happening, he and I will be meeting to try to come to an agreement on a 3-year contract. My hope is that all these things will be accomplished in the month of January, and we'll be able to hit the ground running in February. That's all I got.
Charlie, thank you.
Yep.
Brenda Sweeney Canton, do you have any idea how long Chief Perkins will stay in the transition?
Sure. Yeah, Chief Perkins will stay for a transition period. He thinks because Chief Daniels is a sitting police chief that he'll probably need less transition time. So he thinks probably about a week of transition time for him and Chief Daniels to be together will be sufficient. So that's what we're anticipating.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, the select board will hold its next meeting on Tuesday, January 20th, 2026, 7 PM in the Sala Meeting Room, Memorial Hall, 801 Washington Street. Make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting. Does anyone else has anything else?
So,
At 7:47.
motion made,
Second.
second. All, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The chair as well, 4-0. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Good night.
Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. There's your Tuesday, January 6th,
To
2026.
to fully comply with the
Select
law, we
board
either have
meeting.
to
Yeah, we should boo every time Chris talks. Hey, guys, we are working. Just want to give you guys a heads up. We are going to have we're going to have to change the time of our show. We don't know if it's going to be Saturday night or Monday night for the show. The Pats are playing Sunday night, so we're looking at either Saturday night or Monday night for our Canton Chronicle Live. We will let you guys know as soon as we narrow it down. It is going to be a doozy. This one is probably going to be the most prepped show in a long time. I can't tell you what the theme is. I can give you a little hint that it's going to be it's going to be a show that maybe you can track a cat with this show. I don't want to get into it until we have it 90% done. We're already started the video and research, and we think it's going to be really, really informative. So let's hang in there, folks. And like I said, we're also going to be touring that museum, and we're going to bring you our little take on the museum. We're going to go and interview and have a tour. So thank you guys for tuning in. And we don't know. We don't know how long. Soon. Hopefully soon, you know. But thank you guys all. See you real soon.